All right. As today, it is a heat wave in New York. If y'all see me sticking this oblong, hard, cold, wet object in my mouth, I don't want to hear nothing about it, bro. Every little once in a while, my body gets hot and I'm at risk of overheating. And if I am at risk of overheating, I could die. Then who's gonna tell you about this gaming greatness, like the fact that Curtis 50 Cent Jackson is about to play Balrog in Street Fighter, and the Street Fighter movie that's upcoming now. I don't even have to read the article or look at none of what's in it. When they announced this Street Fighter movie and they announced the person I was playing, Chun-Li, I was like, oh, that's okay, that's cool. I didn't know the actor personally, but I'm like, okay, that's an act. I looked their name up, I was like, okay, that's an actor, whatever. But they got this nigga 50 Cent playing Balrog. Nigga gonna walk in the movie with boxing gloves. I'm Balrog. Remember Street Fighter, the movie? Yeah. This shit about to be ass. I'm calling it right now. This shit is about to be ass. Because I've seen enough scenes in Power to know this nigga's not a great actor, bro. So unless Balrog has a very minor role. Remember the last video game movie with a rapper in it? T.I. and Monster Hunter? All I'm saying is that if we have another Borderlands movie situation on our hands, don't be surprised. Going on to some more substantial news. Apparently, the actor in Mind's Eye doesn't like it when devs release unfinished games. Now, damn, bro, just open. Too lazy to go walk 2 feet and get my damn cut things open swords. What are they called? Scissors. Anyway, the actor on Mind's Eye, part of the Mind's Eye team, he's embarrassed that this game released in his state. Because for those of y'all who aren't aware, Mind's Eye, the way that game released, it is unfinished. It's buggy. You take 2 steps forward, your character falling through the map. You walking down the street, cars crashing into characters, missions getting ended randomly by all types of glitches and stuff like this. Like this game is looking bad, bro. Like the more I've watched people stream gameplay of this game, the worse I feel for the developers. Now, why do I say that? Most of the time, when it comes to game creation, the developers, yes, they are artists. Yes, they have a big hand in how something is put together. But the developers are artists under a corporate umbrella tasked with the not Herculean, it's a different term for Atlas. No, Herculean is the right term. They're tasked with the Herculean task of trying to make monetizable art. Now, anybody who knows anything about trying to monetize art, it is very, very hard to do so. Very. That being said, the management on this game was fucking terrible. So the game released way too early, broken, all types of fucked up. And I just wanna read and see what the quote is. Does this zip straight to the part? Nope. So what this nigga said. For whatever reason, a company deciding to release something that has these issues and then sort of taking care of it post-mortem. That's a fact. I've been saying that for years. I'm not buying no half a fucking game. Either release your game broken or I ain't never playing that shit. Simple. This whole drop it now and we'll fix it later mentality doesn't work as well as developers think it works. Because like everybody will look, and I see the word cyberpunk on the screen. I didn't get to that part of the quote yet. But everybody sees a case like No Man's Sky or Cyberpunk and think, oh, we can drop a broken game and just fix it later. Oh, Call of Duty's game is always broken. They never fix their fucking game. 2K hasn't worked since like 2K12 before they had the online. Come here. Come here. Let me break this down here. Matter of fact, come here. Let me break this down to you. You do not have the clout of NBA 2K. You do not have the clout of CD Projekt Red. You do not have the clout of Madden. You do not have the clout of any of these games. What the fuck makes you think you could do things that require those levels of clout that you know you don't have? But some developers, they're just a little bit too up their ass. They got two hands up their own ass. So, what do they get? Fucked. Because that's what happens when you put hands in asses. Fucking occurs. Obviously, he claims that they weren't the first game to do that. A very notorious example is Cyberpunk. Again, that's not the same thing. CD Projekt Red has fucking 10-year clout and they had a good game. They were just never going to be ready to fully release it. As a gamer and as a consumer, I don't love that model. I don't like that moving forward. Yeah, but another part of it is also shareholders poking you in the back with a stick saying launch the product, because you got to understand. And it's funny because I was just watching a show called Powerless that has an episode with a similar theme to this, where sometimes you got to understand it takes a different mindset to operate in corporate world and to operate in the creative field. In corporate world, everything that you start on Monday ends at Friday. Everything. It don't matter what the project is. If you get it on Monday and it ain't done by Friday, you're cooked. When it comes to stuff like video games, when it comes to stuff like creating and developing things, that's not always the case. When you're entering numbers in a spreadsheet, of course you could do the shit in a day. When you gotta create something, when you gotta invent a game with interesting mechanics that you then have to bring out of your head onto a screen and make it good so that when I press the buttons on a controller, the character reacts and responds in ways that I enjoy. To do that requires a lot of invention, creation, and innovation at different points of the creative cycle, where it's like sometimes it's gonna take 3 years to finish a game, but your profit margins is gonna say we need this done in 1. But that game sells forever margins says give that shit 3 years. But they don't understand that. So they just want the game out. They just want to release it. Because they just want their money now. They're greedy niggas with billions of dollars that want their money now. So they put pressure on people to release shit even if it's not done. Because always video games, you could just send an update and fix it later, right? Yeah. Just put the game out. But like I said earlier, not everybody's a CD Projekt Red, but let's keep going. And also, if you try and use No Man's Sky as an example, fuck you, because No Man's Sky, just to debunk that argument in case any of you stupid motherfuckers try to throw it my way, No Man's Sky is different because No Man's Sky was essentially his passion project that he dumped his life savings into. So that was a situation of he essentially had infinite time to make it fucking work, and he didn't have anybody standing over there with their dick on his shoulder saying, just release it right now. Release it right now. Oh, it's not working out. We're going to pull the funding. Fuck your creativity. No, he funded that with his own money. So all those fuck ups were on his head top and he fixed it. And now that game is so expansive. It's incredible. But let's keep going. From a consumer perspective, and I'm sure a lot of people feel this way, he's correct, I think it does more long-term harm than good to your reputation to release something that is in a state less than 100%, then charge 100% of the price. And that is a 100% fact, because there are more... And that is 100% a fact, because there are more and more games releasing and coming out today. This is not 2002, where if you drop a game, it's about 10 niggas to compete with you. So and then keep in mind, back then, game competition was very different, because if you make an Xbox only game, you're not competing with people who play PlayStation because your game is only on Xbox. If you make a PC only game, so on and so forth. And if you make a game that only comes out in one region, you're not thinking about your competition with everybody everywhere else as much as you're thinking about your local competition. Nowadays, bro, 10 games released today. 10 games, and I mean 10 games we're talking about. Not 10 games, period. but 10 real full games released today. And the same thing will happen tomorrow, just like how it happened yesterday, and it'll happen 2 days from now, just like it happened 2 days ago. So nowadays, gaming and social media and stuff like that is just has people's brains and attention span so much more shortened and forcing it to move faster so much. If your game doesn't drop fire, unless you are a cyberpunk, you're fucking cooked. And most people will never be a cyberpunk. I'm not sure what drives companies to essentially carry out beta testing without calling it that. Money, because in their mind, you niggas will buy it, and in reality, you niggas ain't enough niggas for their profit margins, for their fund numbers to go up like they want it to go up. I, as a consumer, would rather be told up front, because then I know what I'm signing up for. If they would have released Mind's Eye as a beta test game, if they would have game tested it and beta tested it, he's right, more people would accept it for what it is. All right. Now, it is an issue that kind of comes close to my heart, because I grew up, because I couldn't afford every game. I grew up playing retro games for 2 reasons. Couldn't afford to get every last one of the latest and greatest games. Maybe during my birthday, because my birthday is far from Christmas. During my birthday, maybe Christmas, I could get a game or 2 out my parents. But the rest of the year, I either had to scrounge and scramble, or I had to get my own money to buy these modern games, or just hope that my father also liked the game and that he got it. So I was able to get games, but I couldn't get every single game I wanted. So what I did with a lot of that void of not being able to get every game is I would also play retro games as well. And even now, every once in a while, I'll still go back and play older games, play retro games. So the idea of retro gaming being a thing that's locked out from Generation Alpha on is a scary concept, because what if somebody from Generation Alpha has kids that want to show their future kids the game? Or what if they want to educate the future generations about video game history? Sorry, you don't have an Xbox 360. Not 360. Sorry, you don't have an Xbox One and Xbox Live Gold, whatever the fuck membership, and the servers are down. So that game you played for 10 years growing up is gone to history. You just gotta show niggas footage, and footage is not the same as playing the game. So like, this really hits hard to me, and this issue I've been kind of following along closely, more in the background, because like I don't have too much expertise to talk on this every time I see something, so I only bring it up every once in a while. And I would sign the what do you call it? Damn, I'm forgetting the term, but the paper that says, hey, I'm a citizen of this country and I agree this should be a law. That petition. But I'm not from the UK.
The Stop Killing Games initiative is just about ready to call it quits. Founder Ross Scott has his hopes pinned on 2 petitions with deadlines in July, one in the EU and one in the UK. While he doesn't have high hopes for the UK one, the EU petition could stop publishers completely destroying live service games that are no longer profitable. But either way,
because there are some live service games that still could remain playable offline, and The Crew was a great example.
Scott is about ready to hang up his hat. I think some people might be surprised just how done I am after July, he said. It sounds like the initiative has been emotionally and financially draining for Scott over the last year, and it's
or it sounds like he has an ace up his sleeve to where he's like, if this don't work, I got a backup plan.
This is still far from certain. If we're screwed, let's be told that to our faces and not have contradicting laws pretending we have rights. Either the frog hops out of the pot or it's dead. Check out the full story on PCGamer.com and follow us here for more gaming news. After a year of...
Ooh. If he's giving it the fuck up, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, Matt Pat, if y'all didn't hear, recently Matt Pat became a what you call it? It's a different word I want to use, but lobbyist. Because I was about to say politician, but a lobbyist is somewhat different from a politician. He became a lobbyist for the content creator space. Hey, this is adjacent to the content creator space, my boy. Matt Pat, come save us. Come save us, Matthew Patrick. Come save us. Nah, I'm playing, but for real though. Oh. I just want to go over it real quick. If you're a fellow Sony pony, I got bad news for you. PlayStation Plus said they'll never put first-party titles on their service. So the reason why Xbox Game Pass is successful, you know, the thing that the PlayStation Plus extra premium whatever the fuck tiers are copying, the thing that made their competitor that they stole from, that theirs isn't as successful as, that program, they said they're not going to copy the thing that made them successful. They said they're not going to innovate in any way to make their own service successful either. But let's read a little bit more about how in 2010, PlayStation Plus, oh, that's way too far back. While the subscription service remains very popular among PS poor and normal PlayStation owners, it's not known for its day one blockbuster releases, instead relegating that role to independently produced titles. Translation: if you have an indie game, you can release your joint on PlayStation Plus, like the higher tiers of PlayStation Plus, day and date, but they're not doing that for AAA games. I want to read the reason why. That business model contrasts with that of Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass, which is much more keen to offer first-party titles, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we know that. Other upcoming day one first-party Game Pass, blah, 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 blah. There are 3 tiers of PS Plus. Okay, did I miss it? See, that's why I hate articles from this fucking website. They just yap. The upcoming 15th anniversary plus blah, and players can expect to see expanded. Did they specify? Like, is there a quote in it? That's my fault. I opened the Game Rant article. So they said Sony has bad news for first-party titles on PS Plus. I read through this article. This shit is telling me about shit that happened over 15 years ago, talking about PlayStation Plus, blah, 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 blah. The title says Sony has bad news for first-party titles on PS Plus. I don't see no quotation marks in this bitch about, wait, I just saw some quotation marks. We've sort of stayed true to our strategy across the board where we're not looking to put games in day and date. That's the whole fucking quote. I feel bad for reporters at these news game websites because, like, what was this? Matthew, I don't know how to pronounce that. Matthew S. Use a bitch for posting this article. I don't care that your bosses are slapping their dick on your shoulder saying, drop an article right now so we can make money off of ads that niggas who are likely to visit this website are gonna block any fucking way. Fuck you. I don't care about that. Fuck you. You personally. Not really, but just play along. You personally. Fuck you. And you know what should happen? I should delete this article. This shit is a useless ass article. And like, I feel if I was a person who paid for ads on websites such as this, I would be mad. Because again, let me remind you, people who are likely to read a website with something like Sony has bad news for blah, 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 are likely to be using ad block. They're not using Google Chrome. They're using Brave. They're using Opera GX. So none of these ads that you're trying to make money off of by posting a million fucking articles an hour is gonna work. Now, I'm not saying every article has to be an intricate, groundbreaking story, but don't waste my fucking time. Like, I real life want to smack the shit out of whoever wrote this article. Not really, just play along for the joke. Because that shit was such a waste of time. God damn, bro. Let's read an article from a real news outlet like fucking Kotaku. Jesus Christ. Oh, wait. I need it. Oh, wait. No, actually. This is a sad time in gaming. If you're a retro gamer and you're somehow playing an Xbox 360 in 2025 that didn't get a red ring of death and say, and keel over and die, well, don't worry. Microsoft, oh, they got something for your ass. They, in 2025, updated the Xbox 360. Such a good thing. What great things could they add with a 2025 Xbox 360 update? Could it be some type of improvement to the online functionality? Could it be like a patch that fixes like a major glitch that prevents something like, I don't know, red lights on the front of your console blinking when you turn it on, denoting that your console is dead and gone? Is it something that fixes like a glitch that corrupts a bunch of your storage at large quantities of a time? Is it something like that? Let's read though. I don't know what this patch is about totally. Not really, but let's play along for the joke. I don't know what this patch is about, and I have an article about it pulled up, guys. What is the new Xbox 360 update about? New Xbox 360 adds more ads 20 years after. No Xbox 360 update adds more ads. No. 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 My overlords at Xbox, at Microsoft, that love me personally, even though I've never met any of them, they don't give a fuck about me. Them niggas ain't never sent me a birthday card or hello. If I was in the middle of the desert burning and their bladder was full, they wouldn't piss on me for free. No. Not that Microsoft. No. Microsoft loves me. They would never make the user experience more cumbersome by adding more advertisements into my retro. Guys, this console came out when I was 6. I'm 24 right now. Retro console. They would never. No. No. They would never. No way. No way. This article's got to be clickbait. Yeah, the Xbox 360 is a retro. Came out in 2006. Console, but that won't stop Microsoft from advertising on it. No way. As spotted by True Achievements on the 25th of June, some players on the Xbox 360 subreddit shared the news that their old consoles looked a little bit different when they booted that bitch up. To their surprise, Xbox has updated the nearly 20-year-old Xbox 360 to fix an issue with game thumbnails and box art stretching out and looking weird. That's cool. Yeah, see, they do love us. They're giving us quality of life updates. They do love us. That's nice. What's less nice is that the console now has more ads on it. I booted up my Xbox 360 to confirm that, yes, the dashboard has been slightly updated, just a little bit. And started a sentence over the conjunction, dipshit. I can also confirm that it now sports 2 different ads for the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series X consoles on the home dashboard. One of these ads is a picture showing the newer consoles. That's it. Now, just for frame of reference, booted up the dashboard, ads, ads on consoles. That's it. Okay. I just gotta open up a new tab. Let's see. Remember, this console came out in 2006. Let me check something. Okay, they were invented in the 90s. They weren't widespread until like the 2010s though, because nobody had the technology casually to use that shit. That shit wasn't popular till the 2010s, so you got it. You got it on that one. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. If you put up your Xbox 360 right now, you're gonna be blasted with more ads on this 30-fucking-year-old console. Now, I will say the headline is slightly misleading because it makes it sound like they're casually putting Burger King ads on the front of your shit when you boot it up or something like that, when really it's just an Xbox ad. That's probably pretty static. I guess, okay, whatever. And this one, I'm not gonna have a long in-depth talk about it. I just saved it because I wanted to mention, I find it funny that he built his platform on the idea that he was gonna bring the jobs back to America by bringing manufacturing to America, and then he turns around and, first off, This nigga released a product while being a president of the United States. Let me run that back. He released a product while being in a political office. And he's releasing a phone that not only is a rebranding of an already existing phone, but it's not even made in the USA. The person who's supposed to bring jobs back to America can't just magically make manufacturing plants pop up and manufacture shit in the USA. What is this nigga scared of, the FCC or the, which one is it? Federal Trade Commission. Yeah, Federal Trade Commission. Is he scared that the FTC is gonna run down on him and say, hey, this is false advertising, you gotta wipe that shit off the back? I just wanted to mention that in short, because like, it's just funny. That being said, if you are unfamiliar with the way that I do this stream, all you must do to stay in the stream is reload your tab. I will be shortly making a video about Ironheart. Now this double XL shit could go tomorrow. Oh, I'm supposed to do updates too. Wait, one last article. False alarm, false alarm, false alarm. This article is in the wrong spot. I wonder, damn, this low-key should have been the start of the video. Whatever. A Fortnite player has been hit. Wait, blah, 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 blah. A cheater tried to cover their tracks by hopping between multiple accounts, but their tactics failed to fool Epic's detective position. Cheating has no place in Fortnite, and we're doing everything we can to stop it, including legal action. Gotta give Epic the W on this one. One thing I've always hated in like online games is cheaters. Like if you're genuinely so skilled that it's hard to tell that somebody's good at a game, or if they're cheating, that's one thing. But just straight up cheating, nah nigga, fuck you. Make these niggas feel repercussions, because that shit just drags down the experience of everybody else playing the game. Fortnite cheater banned for life and ordered to pay over $100,000. On the 25th of June 2025, Epic confirmed that their judge ruled in their favor after the defendant ignored the lawsuit. This dumb nigga didn't show up to court. The result, a court order demanding the player pay over $100,000 in damages. Epic also revealed that any money collected will be donated to charity, and the player has been permanently banned from Fortnite. You're cooked. You're cooked. They're suing you for the love of the game. They said, nigga, we don't even want the money. We just want you to pay the money so niggas can learn to stop playing with our fucking body. The players require, actually, let's read the tweet, not a quote of the tweet. And there's not much afterwards, so after I read this, we should be good. This just in. The judge has ruled in their favor after the cheater ignored their lawsuit. The players required to pay over $100,000 and they'll donate what they collect to charity. They are also banned from playing Fortnite forever. Yeah, ban that nigga, smack that nigga, spank that nigga on the ass with the ban hammer. And actually, wait, this looks like it's kind of important. This isn't the first time Epic this is leading to another article. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, we need more of this. We need more of this. Ban these fucking cheaters. Niggas be out here blatantly on TikTok lives selling cheats and stuff like that. Like, bro, ban these fucking cheaters. Get these niggas the fuck up out of here. They're fucking it up for everybody else, bro. And for what? For what? Niggas be paying for hacks and cheats to the game just to still be ass and still lose. That's crazy to me, bro. Why? Like, why cheat if you still gonna lose? Like, the point of cheating is to drastically increase your chances of winning. If you have a drastically increased chance to win and you still fucking lose, bro, at that point, I don't even think you need to pay for cheats. Because at that point, you wasted your money, nigga. You paid the game to win itself and you still couldn't win. Fuck you paid for. And when it comes to all these businesses that sell cheats, I ain't mad at them. I'm mad at the niggas that buy the cheats, because you wouldn't be in business if nobody was buying cheats. Real is real. But that being said, if you're new here and you're unfamiliar with my process, Simply, I am going to cut the VOD off. Well, I'm gonna go up and get something, but I'm gonna cut the VOD off and I'm gonna cut it back on. So all you must do is reload your tab. Just count to 10 and then start reloading it incessantly.